Hello. Thank you for attending this webinar on Searching Made Easy. Today, we'll cover the Quick Launch bar and various search options in the menu, including Quick Search. I am currently on the agent dashboard in Flexmls. Looking at the upper left, next to the Flexmls logo, we have the Quick Launch bar. And people often enter addresses or MLS numbers in this bar, but we'll go over some of the other information you can search for as well. So say I want to look up a specific client. I have fake user set up. So I'll enter fake user. And looking at this dropdown, we can see under contacts, I have fake user. We can also see that I have a CMA for fake user. And we have a couple saved searches for fake user as well. So this is a convenient way to access all of those things. You can also search for other members. So I could enter Tom Cole. And in this drop down here where it says members, we have Thomas Tom Cole. Brings me to his details, and I could click View Member Listings right from here. Now, going back to this quick launch bar, you can also start a quick search using basic criteria. So if I enter 2-bed, 2-bath, Saco, and then 300K to 500K, and then select residential. That brings me to results, and if I click edit search, I can see that this search has a list price between 300,000 and 500,000. Under total baths, a minimum of 2, the town of Saco, and number of bedrooms, minimum of 2. So that's a convenient way to get a search started. And of course, from here, you could add more criteria if you would like. We can also do a radius search from this bar here. So if I do a radius search, it will be for a specific address or MLS number. I'll do near 6 Mayflower Drive, Biddeford. Select residential. And it brings me to a list of results. If I click edit search, I can see this radius search here. In this case, near means 2 miles. I could also put in a specific distance. So instead of near, I'm going to change it to 4 miles from 6 Mayflower Drive, Biddeford. And again, click residential. And now we can see there are more results, and we have a wider radius search. So those are a few of the ways that you can use the quick launch bar. Let's look at some of the search options in the menu. So in the upper left, we have the menu. And then under the search section, let's look at MLS number search first. So we have a couple of tips here. You can search between a range of MLS numbers, or you can search for multiple MLS numbers. So I'll do a range first. I'll put in one MLS number and then dot, dot, and then another MLS number. And when I click search, the results show me all of the numbers within that range. I'm going to go back to MLS number search and also search by multiple MLS numbers. And this time I put in one of the numbers and then I'm going to put a comma. And I'll do one more. So now we have these multiple MLS numbers separated by commas, and I'll click search. And now those 3 listings come up in the results. In the MLS number search, we can also do a radius search here. So if I put in just one MLS number and then select radius search, distance miles, it says 1, that works for me. I can also change the listing status. Right now we have active and active under contract. I'll select coming soon as well. Press done and then search. Now we have a radius search for that one MLS number. But keep in mind, this is a 7- cross-property search and you can't enter more criteria. Now I'm going to go back to menu, and under search, I'm now going to select address search. So this can be helpful for doing research on a property, and you can search for an exact address or a range of house numbers. When you are looking at a property in the MLS, when you look at the report and click history, the history is pulled from the matching tax ID. So if the tax ID doesn't match, if it was manually entered or wasn't pulled from Realist, then it may not show in the history. So using this address search is a good way to see all of the listings for this address. So I'll enter an address here, house number 6, street name, Mayflower. For city, I'll select Biddeford. And of course, you can enter more criteria if you would like. This is enough for me, so I'll select search. Now we can see that there are 3 search results for the address that I entered. I am going to select the most recent listing. Now we're looking at the report, and I'm going to select history. Here we can see that there are only 2 MLS numbers. So I'm going to look at our results again and click the oldest listing and go to report. And I'll scroll down and look at the tax ID. 6 Mayflower Drive, 0 Biddeford, 270192. Now I'm going to look at the other 2 listings in the results. So we can see here that it's a little different. 6 Mayflower Drive, Biddeford, 27192. Similar, but not quite the same. So these 2 newer listings have matching tax IDs. But if you do want to see all of the listings for an address, this search is a good way to do it. All right. So let's look at the multiple address search. Here you can search for multiple listings by address, and you can enter the criteria that you would like, and then you would click Next. And going back to menu, I'm going to just select one more of these searches to look at. So let's look at quick search. You can see that I also have quick search saved in my favorites. But looking at quick search, in the upper left, you can change the search template. So we have residential, land, multifamily, commercial, commercial info exchange, personal property, cross property. Cross property is the first four combined. So I'll stick with 1-residential for my search template. We have status selected, active, active under contract, coming soon, no show. We can add, let's see, number of bedrooms. I'll do a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 5. And if there's more information you would like to enter, but you don't see it here, you can click Add a Field. So say I want to look at water body type, I would enter water body into the search bar and then select water body type. And then looking back at the list of criteria to the left, we can see that water body type has now been added. And I could select cove, stream, harbor, however I would like to enter that criteria. All right, so we looked at the quick launch bar and various information you can enter there. And we also looked at some search options in the menu. Thank you for attending the webinar today. If you have any questions after the webinar, please call Main Listings at 207-780-1366 or email help@mainlistings.com.